Hello boys and girls, it's Aunty Mimmi here, and today our fun book is called Big Brother, Little Sister. Sounds great, doesn't it? If you've not already subscribed to the channel, please do so now. Then sit back, get comfortable, and let's begin. Once upon a time there was an elephant and a mouse. They lived in a land called Africa, where the sun shines, the rain falls, and the trees grow. This is the story of how the elephant and the mouse became friends. The elephant lived with her mother, her aunts, and her sisters in a very large family. For that is the custom of the elephants in the land of Africa. And, as is the way of all the elephants, they travelled every day, trekking far across the land. One day when the elephant and her family were eating at the edge of the forest, she saw the most beautiful flowers. Just a little way further, into the trees, she looked around carefully, for she knew that her mother did not want her to wander off on her own. But the flower trees were so beautiful, and she thought it could do no harm. And so, when she was sure that no one was looking, she slipped into the trees and through the jungle towards the place where the flower trees grew. When she came to the place of the flower trees, the elephant reached up with her trunk and, breathing gently through her long nose, smelled the most wonderful smell in the world, the smell of honey butter and hot cookies. Wonderful, wonderful, said the elephant as she ate all of the first flower tree, for that is what elephants do. But of course, eating one flower tree is just like eating one cookie. If you eat one, then you have to eat another, and another, and another. The elephant went from tree to tree, moving farther and farther into the jungle, eating all the flower trees she could find. Suddenly, it was dark, and the elephant was alone, and the elephant was afraid. For in the land of Africa, the darkness of the night comes as quickly as the blink of an eye. She didn't know what to do, for she'd never been alone before, and in the deepest darkness, the jungle came alive with the sounds of the night. Bats flew, the snakes slithered, and the crocodiles crunched on the bones of the dead. The elephant was afraid, so she ran and ran into the darkness of the night. She couldn't see where she was going, smashing through the jungle, scattering trees and bushes everywhere, until at last she ran into a thorn bush. A giant thorn stuck in her foot, and she crashed to the ground. She was alone, crying in the darkness, and she could not move. Meanwhile, the mouse, who lived in a very small hole at the bottom of a very big tree, was having a quiet doze, dreaming of juicy fruits, hard nuts, and soft warm bed. Suddenly he was awakened by a thunderous roar. The earth shook, the tree trembled, and his store of nuts fell clatter-batter around his head. "Wow!" said the mouse, as he scrambled outside. "What's happening?" Then he looked up, and he saw, and he said, "A mountain has fallen from the sky." Then a blast of sound, like the roar of 1,000 trumpets, thundered from the mountain. The noise sent the mouse tumbling backwards, and he was about to run when he heard a small voice crying, "Help me, help me," coming from somewhere near, the other end of the mountain. "Don't worry, I'm coming," said the mouse. "I'll save you, don't panic." But then he saw a big wriggly thing lying beside the mountain. "Snake, snake," he cried, as he screeched to a halt, for in the land of Africa, the mouse is a favourite dinner of the snake. Where? Cried a terrified voice as the mountain leapt into the air. There, said the mouse in astonishment. It's stuck on you. Ah, cried the mountain, I hate snakes. And it waved its trunk to shake off the snake. Oh, said the mouse, looking at the biggest moving thing he'd ever seen. It's not a snake, it's part of you. What is it, and what are you? I'm an elephant, said the mountain, and that's my trunk. How very interesting, said the mouse. I've never seen an elephant before, or a trunk. You're very, very big, said the mouse. In fact, you're gigantic. And what are you? Asked the elephant. I'm a mouse, he replied. Well, she said, I've never seen a mouse before. You're very, very small. In fact, you're tiny. That's true, said the mouse, but I'm not the one that's crying. What's wrong? And how can I help you? Then the elephant told him her story, and all the time she was telling it, tears ran from her eyes as she tried again and again to pull the thorn from her foot with her trunk. Don't cry, said the mouse, don't cry, I can help you. With that, he ran up the elephant's left leg and gripped the thorn between his teeth and paws. Harder, then harder and harder, he pulled until at last, with a mighty heave, the thorn came free, and the elephant cried with joy. The pain had gone. Thank you, said the elephant. You have saved me. Please tell me your name. My name, said the mouse. I don't have a name. What do your family call you? Asked the elephant. I don't have a family, said the mouse. I'm alone. Oh, how sad, said the elephant. No one should be alone. I will be your sister, she said, and I will give you a name. You will be called Titi Oka, which means my big brother, who is very small. The mouse laughed, puffed out his chest, and was very proud, for the giving of a name is a great thing, and it is a gift of great power. But the giving of any gift requires a return gift of equal importance. Then, said the mouse, thinking very carefully, if I am your big brother, you must be my little sister, so my naming gift to you will be your name, Tutu Eloka, which means my little sister, who is very big. Thank you for such a beautiful name, said the elephant. You have given me the gift of life and the gift of a new name. But what can I do now? It's dark and I don't know where I am, and I've lost my family. Don't worry, little sister, said the mouse. I will protect you. You can sleep safely here tonight, and tomorrow we will look for your family. Lie down, he said, and I will sleep on your curled-up trunk. She lay down and laughed because it tickled when the little mouse snuggled into her trunk, and in laughing she forgot her fear. And so they slept, two friends, the biggest and the smallest of all the animals in the forest. And when they awoke, the sun was shining and the trees were growing. And Big Brother Mouse and Little Sister Elephant laughed because they were friends. Well, that was a fun little book today, wasn't it, boys and girls? I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. As always, I want you to be kind to one another, look after one another, and try and have some fun every single day. Until next time, bye-bye.